What's up, everyone? My name is Marie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, this is part 2 of the Mediterranean family home that I'm building, or that I have built. It's actually been a while since I've built this. But yeah, in part 1, I basically only built the exterior of the house. And this is part 2. And in this part, I am actually furnishing and decorating the house. So yeah, it did take me quite some time to furnish this house because, yeah, it's a bigger home. And yeah, I just really like to take my time when it comes to furnishing houses, especially when it's a family house like this. I really want it to look lived in, and yeah, so that means I am going to be taking my time cluttering everything up and yeah, making it look as realistic and cozy and nice and yeah, cluttered as possible. So that's what I did for this build. It did take me quite a while to figure out the floor plan of this house. That tends to happen to me a lot because I am one of those builders that, yeah, I pay more attention to the outside of the house, like the shape of the house and how it looks on the outside, and then I move on to what I can do with that as far as the floor plan goes. So sometimes, or actually most of the time, my floor plans end up looking quite weird, maybe a little bit awkward, but at the same time, in the end, it always seems to work out in a way. So that's what happened for this build as well. I furnished this house for a family of 4, 2 parents and 2 kids. We don't have tweens in the game, so it's 2 kids when it comes to The Sims, but in my storyline, it's a kid that's a little bit older, so maybe like a tween, and a kid that is a little bit younger, and yeah, I did imagine it to be 2 girls. Obviously, the gender doesn't matter. I feel like I always have to make sure I say this because I don't want to offend anyone. Obviously, it could be anyone living here, any gender. Doesn't matter, but for me, it was just 2 parents and 2 daughters living in this house. And the parents, in my head, they are a man and a woman. And obviously, once again, it could be anyone. It doesn't matter. Please don't be offended. But that is just the storyline that I had in mind for this family. So yeah, I did take my time, as I said, cluttering everything up. I added lots of bookcases behind the couch there, and I took my time cluttering that up with like school projects and books and everything. And here I added a little office area, like a little computer desk. And yeah, just some kids stuff around, like there's a little arts and crafts box on the floor there, and just yeah, I made sure there was some books and some kids stuff everywhere around this house. And then at some point I decided that this family would also have a cat. So later on I added a place for the cat to sleep, and one of those poles, you know, that like one of the scratch poles. I don't know what that's called in English, but I added that in the living room as well. And yeah, here I'm cluttering up the front door, little hallway space with just lots of stuff. I just really like it when there's lots of stuff around, like lots of shoes and boxes to like store stuff in and put stuff away. And here I moved on to the kitchen now. I was fiddling around with the kitchen for a while, because here you can see me, I moved it over to the other side, but I do end up moving it back to where it was in the beginning. This kitchen area is just it's a weird space, but I also really like it at the same time, because it's funny because the stairs are actually like right here in the kitchen, which is weird. I mean, in my opinion, like in my mind, stairs go like more like near the hallway, near the front door, or near the living room. But it didn't work out like that. For this build, I had to actually put it in the kitchen here, because otherwise the floor plan upstairs would have not worked out at all. So yeah, but then again, This kitchen takes up, like, it's literally the middle of the house. It's the heart of the house, which I think suits the build very well because, I think this is a family that, I don't know, just like lives in the kitchen. It's where the kids are probably, when they're doing their homework, they're probably sitting at the dining table doing their homework, and it's just a very large kitchen. I do imagine this family to be really like into food, and I do think they love eating with the whole family, and they just love making like a moment out of having dinner or having lunch, or it's just a family that really likes to eat together, not only for the sake of eating, which is also very nice, of course, but also because they can make a little family moment out of it, and I do think they like take every opportunity to do that. So here you can see me adding a little food bowl and a little water bowl for the cat. I always like putting 2 of those bowls down because like I said, one for food and one for water. I just think that's realistic. It's what I had for my cats at home when I was still living with my parents. So cats need water, so why not put down a bowl for that? And I did actually also add a litter box, but I put it outside because I couldn't find the right spot inside to put a litter box. So I put it outside, like on the patio, it also has a roof over it, so it's kind of like half outside, half inside, I guess. So if the cat doesn't feel like going outside and walking very far to go potty, he can just use the litter box that's right outside there. But I just totally talked over the laundry room area that I just added to the house. I think in my head, this house is quite old. It's an older house. It's been here for generations. And I liked adding a laundry room that was not like closed off with a door fully. I liked adding just like, not a door, but just like curtains there. So you can close it off if you want to, because I don't know. It's not the most like the prettiest room. It's quite cluttered and messy, but that's what I love about it at the same time. But it's almost more like a pantry kind of area. But I imagined like, it's 2020, people need washing machines and dryers in their houses. So that's what I added in there as well. And here you can see me adding the little cat play, sleep thing. And then the bedroom for the parents, the master bedroom is downstairs here to the side. I'm furnishing that right now. So this is the parents' bedroom. I try to keep the color scheme in here quite neutral. Quite neutral, but still like very soft and cozy and not like too boring. Is what I was trying to achieve. And I think I succeeded. I think it's looking quite nice. And in this part of the house, there's also a bathroom. There's 2 bathrooms in this house. So the one downstairs is actually the bathroom that the parents would use. It's not an ensuite, like it's not attached to their bedroom, but it's right next door to them. They do have a separate little hallway that leads to their bedroom and the bathroom. So it's not like in the middle of the house. It's a little bit more closed off, but it is the only bathroom downstairs. So if you have guests over, or if you are just spending your time downstairs, that is the bathroom that you would use if you needed to go, I guess. But it's also the parents' bathroom that they use, to just shower or take a bath. I don't actually quite remember if I added a bathtub in that bathroom, but we'll get to that shortly. I do really like how this bedroom turned out. I added a little seating area for them and just like a little space for, just if they didn't want to hang out in the living room or just want to lay on the bed and watch TV. I gave them the opportunity to do that. Like I said, it's been quite some time since I built this house, so I don't remember everything that I did. So I'm just watching this footage back right now as I'm sitting here, and I'm remembering the things that I did. But it's really fun, even though it's been a while. I'm sure I built this house even before university came out. I also explained this in the first part of this house, but my sister, she actually lives in Spain. I live in the Netherlands, and my sister, she lives in Spain. So that's what inspired me to build this house, because before this I had never ever built a Mediterranean house before. This is the very first time that I did that, because it's just not a style that I'm used to, and also a style that I feel like you really need to build it a certain way or else it won't look right. And I did really want to get it right, so I went on Pinterest for some inspiration, and I found a house that really inspired me. Obviously, I only had like a couple of pictures of the outside of the house, so the inside and the floor plan is all just me and my imagination. But as far as I know, and as far as I've seen, Mediterranean houses tend to be tiled. They tend to have tile flooring. And that's not something that I'm used to at all. Like, every house that I have ever lived in has had like a wooden floor. And that is the thing that I'm most used to, and the thing that I actually really like the most. I think it just looks the best. But it was very good for me to just go out of my comfort zone and use tiles in this house. And I do remember that it took me quite a while to actually figure out which tiles I wanted to use, and which wallpaper, because like I said, it's not something that I'm used to, and I really needed to take my time and figure it out. But in the end, now looking back at it, I still really like it. You could see me. Oh, there I added the litter box, and I just totally talked over it. But I added another like formal family dining area on the outside. On the outside area, like on the patio kind of thing, because I built this house in Oasis Springs, and I imagine it to be warm there all the time, because it's a desert. I think they'd be eating outside quite a lot. So I figured it'd be nice to just add that. And here you can see me, I moved on to the upstairs. The upstairs area really is just for the kids to use. There's both of their bedrooms up here. There is a bathroom that they share. And then on the landing area, I turned that into just like a little gaming or play area for the kids. To use. There is a TV up there and a gaming console, so they can just play together, or whenever they have friends over, they can just go upstairs, and everything they would want and need is up here. So like I said, I did imagine this family to consist of 2 parents and 2 kids. And I furnished this bedroom for the oldest kid, who's a girl. I think she would be a tween, as I mentioned. She's very girly and very into girly things and girly stuff. And I do imagine her to be the kind of girl that really wants to be a famous singer someday. And I really think she's also very into arts and crafts and all that kind of stuff. So she's a very creative girl, a very happy, creative, colorful girl, I think, if that makes any sense. And then this bedroom is a little bit more bold, like the colors in the other bedroom are quite soft and nice and cute, more cutesy, and the colors in this bedroom are more, I wouldn't call it harsh, but I don't know, it's just a little bit more bold. And I did imagine this girl to be like more into sports, and just a little bit more of a messy girl, if that makes any sense. Like, she doesn't really care about having clean clothes or having a neat bedroom or just putting her stuff away. Like, she doesn't care. She just wants to play, and she wants to play outside and play sports. And I think she's quite the sporty girl, and she's also like into like void critters. I added some stickers all around the room. And the little poster, I really like the void critters in the game. I think it's very cute. That's the difference between those 2 girls. I do think they get along very well, even though they're different. yeah, I think obviously they fight from time to time because they're still sisters. I mean, that happens. But yeah, I do think they just get along quite well. And this right here, I am actually furnishing their bathroom, which for some reason, I usually don't really like furnishing bathrooms. For some reason, whenever I have to start, I never really know what to do because it doesn't really inspire me to do bathrooms. But then in the end, when I just get started and find out the color scheme that I want to use, once I get started and I'm actually decorating the bathroom, I don't know, I end up really like furnishing it and figuring out what decorations I want to put in there. So yeah, that's the thing that always happens to me whenever I'm furnishing bathrooms. I never know what to do, but then in the end, I always end up really liking how it turned out. So yeah, as I mentioned here, you can see me adding the little hangout/play area for the kids. I added another little bookcase for them to store all their books that I want to read, like their children's books and everything. And I added another little television up here, like the Penguin TV. I think that TV is so cute. I think it's base game, so I've had it in my game for years and years, but I have just gotten to use it like quite often. Like I haven't really used that TV much before, but I don't know. Since a few months, I've been really into that television. It's so cute, especially for kids. I think that's what it's meant for. But yeah, I've never just really used it that often before. But now I do use it quite often. So yeah. That's what happened. And I'm just cluttering up this little space here, just adding some lights and some decorations. And then there's also a balcony up here, which is quite nice. So the kids really have everything they need up here. They can even go outside and just hang out here or play some chess. I figured they would need some like skill building items. So I just added that little chess table. And now I moved on to the outside. So this house has a very big terrace. It's very large. Because, as I mentioned, I do imagine this family to be spending lots of time outside. I also gave them a large pool. You could see me build this whole terrace in the first part of this little series, as you could say. So if you wanna know how exactly I built this terrace, if you want to see me do that, you can just watch the first part, which is the whole exterior and the terrace of the house. But here I'm just furnishing the terrace, adding a nice place to sit and just hang out. And I also added another like dining table right here. And I think that is pretty much almost it for this house. So thank you so much for watching part 2 of the Mediterranean family house. I hope you enjoyed it. You can download this house on the gallery. My username is Simmarysims, and you can also follow me on Instagram if you want. My username is @Simmarysims on Instagram as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!